The Bears got an absolute steal with the 25th pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, landing Dillon Thieneman, a prospect who on pretty much everyone's board was a top 15 player in a class, and a guy who wasn't supposed to go outside of the top 20. So in this video, I want to go over his tape in college and show why I think Dillon Thieneman was a home run pick for the Bears. Anytime you're grading a player, I think the most important thing is to find what that player is best at and look at that. And I believe he is best when he's in that traditional free safety role, patrolling the middle of the field in cover 3 and in cover 1, and he didn't do that as much at Oregon as maybe you'd like him to do compared to what he did at Purdue, but that's because he was such a versatile and hybrid type of player. Here you see he's going to be playing that one high safety right here, and watch how quickly he sees Fernando Mendoza's eyes and he gets over. Here, watch. Blitz him once again from that outside spot. No one to block you. Track the near hip of the running back. Make the tackle. Great job right there. Here you see he's playing the Mike position here. Looks to be like a Tampa 2 style defense maybe, or cover 4, and he's patrolling the middle in that. You see they're going for the outside zone play right here, the wide zone play, and comes in, flies downhill, and makes the tackle. Great job right there. Filling in, flowing as a linebacker to ultimately your run fit. Right here, same thing. Right? Not the biggest guy in the world, so he doesn't take him down on first contact. But what you see here is tracking the near hip of the running back. That's always something that's super important. And going for his thigh level right there. Right? Gets bounced off of a little bit, but able to slow him down and stop him so his teammates can rally to the football. Right here, same idea. Flowing to the run fit, taking on an O-lineman. Watch, he's going to get dominated here, but what he's going to do is he's not going to be afraid of contact. He's going to drop his shoulder in here and throw the lineman right into his running back, preventing any type of gain from the running back. That's something you love to see in a safety, right? If he's able to be physical enough to take on a lineman and drop a shoulder on him and slow down a team's rushing attack, like the 49ers or something like that, when they're going for all these wide zone type plays, is your safety able to fly in there and take on a lineman and shut that down? Right here, communicating things as that kind of green dot guy. And he's going to flow, and he's going to once again track the near hip of the running back and go below the waist. Great job right there. Next up right here, blitzing off the outside once again, but I want you to look at this. Watch, he feels that a guy's coming to block him, ultimately crack blocking him. He's going to drop that shoulder, once again, not afraid of any type of contact, drop the shoulder so that he can bounce off of it. Now he's got a lineman he's got to take on. Now he's going to drop the shoulder and get low on a lineman, which completely closes this hole up and allows 25 to make the tackle, or that might have been 52 on the outside. But that's just a really, really physical presence that you'd like to see from a safety. Is he the biggest guy in the world? No. But to have that mentality where you're not afraid of contact and you're willing to take on these guys and close up holes is really, really important to have in a safety. Watch, he's going to flow here. Watch, this is one of my favorite things about him, is he always doesn't want to give up anything big. So he sees this ball get pitched, and it would be really, really easy for him to try to fly downhill, but instead he wants to make sure it can't get bounced outside him, so he squares up Omar Cooper Jr., gets skinny right here, and then goes for the ankles. That's something you love. Even though he gets jumped over here, anytime you're around the goal line, you love to dive at a running back's ankles, because what that does is he has to go airborne, so if he gets hit, he can't fall forward, right? If you go up high on a running back, he can keep chugging those legs, and he can ultimately get above you. But here he knows if I go low, I've got my guy scraping over the top who's going to make the play and keep him out of the end zone. Right here, playing that traditional Mike roll, going on a blitz once again, and once again tracks the near hip of the running back and fills in the run fit. Exactly what you want to see from a safety. Right here, this is once again one of my favorite things about him. It's something I brought up a few seconds ago, but how he flies downhill. Simple screen right here. Flies downhill, gets skinny, helps bring this guy down. Got a lineman coming out to block you. He's going to try to cut inside that lineman. We're going to get skinny and get low enough that we can ultimately get a hand on him and slow him down. Great job right there. But there's also a little bit of bad that can happen sometimes with that. So, something about him, I mentioned he doesn't like giving up the big play. He's always going to be safe. And also he flies downhill. Well, on tape, Northwestern realized that, and you're going to see his first few steps are always back. But immediately when he sees something in front of him, he's going to fly downhill, which you want your safety to do, but that can get taken advantage of from time to time. Here, you see, flies downhill, should have a touchdown, but I want you to look at number 7 right here. This is crazy impressive. Watch, he's in zone coverage. Looks like they're playing some type of cover 3 right here. He's got his eyes on the backfield, and what he sees when he has his eyes on the backfield is that this running back is releasing. So when he sees this ball going quick to the flat, he knows something's up, he gets back, and he prevents a huge play right there. That's an incredible play and a great job recognizing what's in front of him there from number 7. And then something big and probably the most important thing for him when he's playing zone coverage is he always keeps his eyes on the QB. That can be both a good thing and a bad thing. One, it means that he's always going to be in the right direction, especially in college, because quarterbacks don't look you off compared to at the NFL level. But the reason this can sometimes be a problem is sometimes it prevents him from recognizing routes that are on the field. For example, right here, there's only 2 guys running routes, and he's kind of just going to hang in the middle rather than coming over to help close any type of space that could be open on those receivers right there. And this happens all throughout his film, right? Gets back to his spot, eyes are instantly on the QB. Right here, exact same thing. Once again, playing that traditional Mike type role. I love this one because eyes are on the QB, runs over and keeps his eyes on the QB to make sure that it isn't some type of pump fake or anything like that. You love to see that from him. Once again, playing this Mike type role in what looks to be a Tampa 2 type look. He's got the seam, realizes no one's coming up the seam right here, and instead of driving right here, I would say, and ensuring that hey, nothing's opening up right here, or driving down after you realize nothing's taking you deep, he kind of just hangs here in the middle. Fernando Mendoza gets an easy completion underneath him, right? That's something where sometimes he's so quick to just, hey, I'm going to get to my spot and I'm going to get my eyes back around, that he doesn't do some of the complex things that you do in zone coverage, which is match guys, right? If no one's entering your zone, find some work. Obviously, don't leave up a big play, but find some type of work if a guy's within 5 yards of you and you have no threat to your zone. And then, like I said, he prioritizes not giving up the big play. They're going to have a boot right here. He's making sure there's not some type of situation where we're changing the launch point on a sprint out and this is taking a post by him. So he's going to initially drive this way, and then he's going to notice the crosser coming over the middle. So he's going to go to cut it off, realizes the quarterback's getting the ball out of his hand, and he's going to fly down, track the near hip, and help his guy make the tackle because he gets skinny and makes it where this guy can't block him. Right? That's just a great job right there. Once again, tracking the near hip. We have to get too skinny to be able to make this play, but number 5's got us right there. And then another thing, and this is something that's really important in Dennis Allen's system over there, is that he absolutely loves man coverage on the slot guys from the safety position. I don't think Dillon Thieneman needs to be in that role because I don't think he's incredible in man, but anything short, like one cut type routes, he's always going to be in the area because this is a 4-3 speed type safety. Here, Omar Cooper Jr., who I thought should have been a top 20 pick in the NFL draft, one-on-one man coverage. Obviously, they're trying to create a pick play here, and that's not the primary receiver, but we're on his hip. But what I would say is that he struggles against more complex routes, which is why I wouldn't have him in that role consistently. Like right here, watch how quickly he flips and opens up his hips. A good NFL receiver is going to take this right by you, and he's going to destroy you on it. But this 4-3 speed, he gets away with it from time to time. But that's some at the next level where you got a JSN type of guy. If he's running a route on you from the slot, ultimately, if you flip those hips early, you're cooked. So right here in the red zone, watch, same thing. Flipping our hips instead of backpedaling. We're flipping our hips. We're trying to wall him outside, and he's just going to beat us over the middle. That's Elijah Surratt right there, right? Those are good receivers that he's going against, don't get me wrong, but it's a theme that pops up on tape where the more complex a route is, when you go 10 plus yards downfield, he flips his hips, he opens up early, and that gives receivers the opportunity to destroy him, especially when he's in man coverage. But overall, let me know what you think about Dillon Thieneman. I think this was a home run type of pick. He's going to replace Kevin Byard in this defense, and he's going to be a chess piece for them that can really play anywhere and do anything you need him to do. I really love the Bears draft in the 2026 NFL draft, and I really think they're going to have an even better season this year, and they might be a potential Super Bowl contender this season. Thanks for watching, and see ya.